Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Nikki's Chit Chat. I hope you're all keeping well, and I hope you guys are all safe and all your family and friends. Today I want to talk to you guys about why I've decided not to send my kids back to school. And there's a lot of theories going around and a lot of stories, and a lot of people are saying that they're not gonna send their kids back to school because they're scared of the virus, and they don't know if the government can make it safe for their children to return. I have different reasons for not. Those are some of the reasons why I've decided not to send them back, but I also have other reasons as well. And some of those reasons are, I prefer to know and to be in control of what my kids are learning. As a parent, I think it's my responsibility to make sure that they get that appropriate learning and that level of care and attention that they need. And having them with me for the past 6-7 weeks, I've realized I should have been doing this a lot sooner. I wish I had been doing it sooner because their behavior is so different. They're actually more relaxed and well behaved, and they listen more, and it's almost as if they're stress free. I mean, children shouldn't be stressed out in the first place, but they seem stress free, and that makes me really happy because before, when they were going to school, it was so hectic all the time, and everything was a rush, and drop off here, pick up there, do this, do that, do this, do that. Whereas it's sort of slowed down now because we are human beings after all. We're not robots. So I like this pace, and this is the reason why I've decided I'm not sending them back to school. A lot of parents are not going to agree. Some will, some won't. But that's just my personal reasons for not sending them back to school. Plus, the government has not laid out any clear guidelines as to how they're going to make this transition. He said, by the 1st of June, I sat there and I watched his pre-recorded speech, and he said, year 1 and reception and year 6, or whichever years he's planning to send back to school in June. I think it's literally impossible. It's impossible because there's no way kids of that age can social distance. And then what about the teachers? The teachers are going to be standing there speaking to them in mask and face shields. And how will they social distance themselves? They're children. Children love to play, and I mean, their brains are not fully equipped to think, 2 meters. They don't even know what 2 meters, how the distance 2 meters. They don't know that. So it's literally impossible. And personally, my children's school is a very small school. It's a tiny school built on a tiny site. And even for September, they had reduced the number of intake for children because they had no space. So I really don't know how they would pull it off. And me, I'm not willing to take that risk. I'm not going to take the risk. And I'm not taking the risk because it's not fair to my kids, and it's not fair to me as a parent. I don't want my kids going through that. It would be like, I don't know, some type of, I don't know how to describe it, but they can't live like that, and that would affect them mentally, physically, emotionally. It would affect them in so many ways. So those are some of my reasons for not sending them back to school. And I won't just be keeping them at home. They won't be just watching telly and being on their tablets. Obviously, as a parent, if you want to homeschool your children, the law says you don't even have to follow the curriculum, as long as you can provide that they are getting the adequate education and they're at the right stages, then it's fine. You do your best as a parent. And as I said, and I keep saying it over and over again, personally, that's my decision. That's what I've decided to do with my children. I'm not telling anybody to go out there and say, oh, I'm not sending my kids back to school ever. Okay? That's just what I've decided to do. So, in regards to the government, and I just think personally they don't know what's going on. They're in limbo just like everyone else, and they expect the public to just go along with everything that they're saying, but it's impossible for me to do that, because I do also have a brain like Boris Johnson and the rest of the UK government, and I'm using my brain, okay? And my brain is telling me that it's not safe, and it's not going to be safe, not for the rest of this year anyway, and not until they say, or not until we know that this virus has completely left planet Earth. Then, maybe then, I will think about introducing my kids back into the education system. But before that, it's not gonna happen. And I don't know. You guys can share your thoughts as well, and let me know how you're feeling. I want to know your thoughts on this, guys. I want to know how you feel about your kids returning or not returning to school when they say it is safe to do so. Also, there's another thing I want to talk to you guys about. So it's like a double video. Vaccines. Loads of people have been reaching out to me saying, Nikisha, when are you going to do a video about vaccines? When are you going to do this video? They're saying that they're, producing a vaccine for this virus, and people are scared because they don't understand the virus themselves, and it's really hard to come up with a vaccine, i.e. by September, when usually a vaccine takes much, much, much longer than that. So people want to know my opinion on, I don't know, receiving this vaccine or giving it to my kids. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I really don't believe in the vaccines. Before, when I was younger, when I had my first child, I felt that it was the right thing to do. So my first child is actually fully immunized, but my other children aren't. And that's because during the first weeks of them being born, they had like totally perfect, immaculate skin. The skin was so nice. And then I took them to the doctors and they got their first shots, and boom, everyone's got eczema. So that's my reason for not giving them any more vaccinations. And in regards to this COVID-19 and them trying to come up with a vaccine, I'm not really on it, to be honest with you. I'm not. So it's up to parents, and it's up to us, as adults, as people. It's up to you. It's your decision, and I'm not telling anybody to not have any vaccine or don't do this or don't do that. This is my personal opinion, and this is what I've decided to do. I'm not going to be giving any vaccine to my children. They're not experiments. My kids are not experiments, and neither am I. I think whoever wants to do these experiments, they should probably experiment with their own selves and their own people or their own families, but leave my family out of it. We don't want to be experimented on, so I will be rejecting that, definitely. That really wraps up the video. Not doing much at home, just as I said, homeschooling the kids, which is fun. I'm loving it, they're enjoying it, and I'm enjoying spending time with my kids. It's the best time ever. Like, all us here as a family together, it's just the best feeling in the world, and I'm really happy about the future. It seems a bit bleak right now, but hang in there, guys. It's gonna be good. And I want to say thank you guys for your continued support, and hope to bring you some more videos in the future. If you guys have any questions, you've got most of you have my number, so you can just drop me a WhatsApp or a text, and I'll get back to you. Thank you guys for listening, and thank you guys for watching and liking, subscribing to Nikki's Chit Chat. Next time, guys. See ya.